Hi, let me tell you how to make beef roast or stir fry beef. Now the ingredients are like garlic and ginger, and the meat. These are beef chopped and washed, and garlic and ginger. You can just crush them. This ginger is crushed well, nicely smashed. It become tasty. Now the washed beef is all ready. Once the fire is lit and put the pan to become hot. Now the ingredients like these are curry leaves, chopped onions. They are very finely cut, 3 at least. The pan is hot. I am pouring some oil into that, and once the oil is nice and hot, as usually, put some mustard seed and some fennel seeds. Make sure it doesn't get burned and give it like a stir. Now, going to add some onions, the cut chopped onions, put them and stir it so that it doesn't get burned. And we need to a little bit fry it just until it becomes a little bit light golden color. Just adding some salt so that it becomes quick, it fries faster. So I'm adding the curry leaves into that. So stir again. Now you can see that it's become like a little bit of light golden color. I'm adding the ingredients like coriander powder. Coriander powder I have put some 3 teaspoons. This is made by myself, like a very spicy coriander, original coriander seeds I have ground, roasted and ground myself. And the next ingredient will be chili powder. I'm putting 2 teaspoons. If you put Kashmiri, it will be less pungent, but you'll get nice red color as well. Now the next ingredient is going to be turmeric powder. So you can add like 1 teaspoon. Just make sure you put the flame very low, otherwise this powder, everything will get burnt. So this is all spices like cloves, cardamom, and all of them together I have roasted and ground. That's the powder. So I'm putting like at least 1 tablespoon or like 2 teaspoon otherwise. And then now I need to stir it. So to always make sure the flame is low. So this I'm also adding some meat powder. So whatever meat powder you have, you could add some. If don't worry if you don't have, just add all of these ingredients, double the amount. So if I put now 1 teaspoonful of, so you can put like 2 teaspoon of spices, and coriander same way you can add double if you don't have any meat powder. But then because I'm using this meat is 1.5 kilos, that's why I'm adding so much of ingredients. So if you have only less meat, so just put only accordingly. You need to reduce the ingredients. So this is garlic and ginger crushed. I'm adding that as well. So I'm adding this at the end, otherwise it will get burnt. It will get catch underneath. Just stir before it is caught underneath. Now the meat I'm adding. Just this is chopped and washed meat, fresh meat bought from the supermarket, but they are washed and chopped. Just remove the water, everything, and nicely, and add the meat and stir well, so the masala gets into the pieces. So all this time, just remember to put the flame really low. You could put now maybe around medium. So nicely stir well. Now you can see the color has changed. The meat is no more red. It's mixed with all this masala now. Now we need to add some water. So to cook all this meat, I need at least 500 ml of water. So that's like 2 glass of water I'm adding. So remember, if you have less meat, so you need to put the water accordingly. I am making this actually for a curry purpose, and I am removing some of the meat when it is half cooked. So remember, if you are making only very little, the amount on the spices will be different again. So put the flame now high. Yes, and then we need the water to boil and the meat really cook. So it's a slow cook. I'm not putting in a pressure cooker or anything, so it's a slow cooked. So I'm covering it and cooking for around 10 minutes in a high flame. Now it's 10 minutes over, so I just give a stir. So every 10 minutes, make sure you just stir it. So after 30 minutes, it will be ready. So it will be like almost maybe 2/3 cooked. So then I have to remove some meat now for the stir fry or for this meat get roast. I'm just removing. I don't need the gravy, so I'm going to leave the gravy and the remaining meat for the curry. I'm removing some of the meat from top to make the stir fry. If you only have to make some stir fry, just maybe like a half a kilo of meat will do. So just maybe all the ingredients you add, just half, 1/4 of the amount I have put. So this I'm only removing about half a kilo to make stir fry or to roast this meat. So again, I need some onions and curry leaves. You can also put some green chili if you like. Now the pan is hot. I put some oil into that. Once the oil is hot, you don't have to put mustard seed, but put some onions. And this onions, as usual, if you put some salt, just for enough. Because I already added salt, everything into the meat, so you don't have to add more salt, just a little bit. Stir it. So you just make sure you don't really make it golden fry, because otherwise when you add the meat it becomes like dark, it will get burned. So once it becomes like a little bit like a light, or not even light golden fry, just a little bit of thing, you add some curry leaves. You can add curry leaves, green chili, and also ginger if you like at this point. But I have added some red chili, dried red chili. I broken and put it into that. Some curry leaves and the chopped onions. So just keep stirring in like a low to medium flame. So this is enough. Now the color has changed. Just a little bit. It's kind of, now I am adding the meat into that. So remember, this meat is almost cooked, but not fully cooked. It's like maybe 3/4 ready. So now I'm mixing well with this onions, curry leaves, and chili. And it's in a low flame, otherwise it will get burned. So it's kind of stir fry now. Just stir until kind of maybe we need around 5 minutes altogether. Like every 10 to 20 seconds also, keep stirring in a low flame. So this onion and this curry leaves and all, actually you can also put some ginger if you like. So all this gets into this meat and they mix them together, so it gives a nice flavor. If you guys are fan of like more chili, you can add actually some even chili powder or something into that, or some pepper, black pepper. You can even cut and put some pepper, like any color, for to become colorful as well. I'm not actually adding any more spices because I have already added all the spices into this when I cook the meat. So it's almost ready now. So you all guys try. It's very simple. Please try.